promise that you'll never be lonely.
Hey everyone, backyardbuffalo here. You ready to rip this up? Alright, we're going to hop right into it. So, today, we are going to be going over my top 5 support characters. I've been doing a series. We did top 5 tanks and top 5 damage. And now, on to my top 5 support characters. So, coming in at number 5 is going to have to go to Alice. Alice is number 5 on my top 5 favorites. Now, this is just my personal favorites, characters that I enjoy using. You can comment below what your opinion is. So, the reason why she's in top 5 is because she eats a cookie, becomes a Gigantosaur for 12 seconds, and heals herself for 5,500. She cries and slows everybody by 35% for 6 seconds, while Ginormous, her teardrops fall, dealing 5,700 to each enemy hit. Not only is she a good support, she's a good damage dealer. Alice stomps her foot in frustration, increasing all allies' attack speed by 35% for 6 seconds. So she gives you a very nice attack speed boost. While enormous, she stomps on enemies, knocking them back and dealing 8,400 damage. So she is also a very good damage dealer on top of a support. She provides extra damage, lots of slows, quite an enjoyable character. So, number 4 is going to have to go to Judy Hopps. Judy Hopps is awesome. I have her way higher up on my other account. And yeah, she's really, really strong. So her bunny hop knocks the enemy back, dealing 2559. The enemy's attack speed is slowed by 80%, movement speed slowed by 80% for 3 seconds. So not only does she kick the tank all the way to the back, she slows them down, making them harder to get back to the front for 3 seconds. Deputize gives everybody 15, gives them 86 damage, 15% movement speed, and 15% attack speed. It does go up with certain friend missions, which we will get into in another episode. We got Testify. When an ally knocks out an enemy, Hopps heals them for 460 and inspires them for 3 seconds, which is the Deputize. And my favorite skill, Play Dead. When she dies, she comes back up, basically to half health, if you have it maxed out, about half to 3/4 health. And she's completely invisible for a second after she comes back up. And she puts the Deputize back on again. So I find she's like a very tanky character. And she does a lot of damage. And her knockbacks are really awesome too. So that is my number 4 favorite character. Now, on to number 3. It's going to have to be Mickey Mouse. Now this is really hard to decide between 3 and 2. I'm putting him here because his buffs aren't quite as good as the other ones, mostly because they're newer characters. But tuned up all allies, giving them 50% damage done, which is the little thumbs up. Silly Symphony gives the person with the least energy, granting them 300 energy. So he does energy. He heals you back up to full health when you're almost dead. All tuned up allies regen 30%, 5% of their max HP over the time of tuned up. So, he's really good for buffs, giving you energy, giving you health, keeping you nice and healthy. It pairs good with characters that offer shields, because he is a little more of a squishy support. But he is by far one of my most favorite support characters of all. People find him highly underrated. I think he's awesome. Hands down. Alright, on to number 2. Which, this is a very hard decision for me to make, because I enjoy them both so much. But, we're going to have to give it to Timon and Pumbaa. So, Timon and Pumbaa are very strong. They run into battle, knocking back all enemies, and dealing almost 10,000 damage. Not only that, once per wave, they march into a battle and apply a Hakuna Matata, which increases their armor by almost 87,000, and healing them for 2705 for 15 seconds. So, they get an increased armor boost, and they get health at the start of every wave. Now, that is awesome. Gets massive armor, gets just really strong, and it makes your team a lot harder to kill, that's for sure. Bombardier Beetle. Timon pulls out a Bombardier Beetle and throws it at the farthest enemy, which is your backline, dealing 11,393 to all enemies in the area. So if your enemy team has like 3 backline damage, well, they're all just going to get blown up. And he's a support character. Hakuna Matata gives allies immunity to all crits. So, this means that characters that are lower than 74 will basically not receive any crits whatsoever. So, this basically takes your so-called Scream team and puts a sock in it. Because the Scare team, it's all based on screaming and crits, and basically this guy just stops all those crits from even happening, on top of giving you tons of armor. So, number 1, my favorite support character would have to go to Joy. Joy gains 2234 skill power for every stack of happiness. She gets a maximum of 10. This climbs very fast. If you've seen her in battle before, the stacks go up to 10 really fast. Joy heals her team for 10,380 and gains 3 stacks of happiness. So she heals every time she heals everybody on the team. Every time she gets that's her special ability. Joy jumps in excitement, gaining 2 stacks of happiness and 200 energy. So boom, she just gives herself a pile of energy so she can keep healing everybody. Joy removes a stack of happiness from herself whenever an ally is less than 50% of their max HP, applying a shield to them that has 13,006 HP and lasts 10 seconds. So, when you get down to half health, she puts a giant bubble on you for 10 seconds. And she can deploy that once every 5 seconds. All around awesome. Joy's allies receive a 2578 reality per stack of happiness on herself, which she always has 10. I'm just going to put that out there. She gets up to 10 after like the first wave, and she keeps it at 10. She'll put a bubble on you, she'll go right back up, because she just jumps up and down and cheers and gets right back up to 10. So, that is multiplied by 10. Which, people that use reality, such as our control characters, and our long range, and our magic spell users, which is like Elsa, pairs very well. Gives her lots more damage. So, that's going to be my top 5 favorite support characters. We are going to head on over here. Just going to pick this up real quick, and we're going to head on over to battle. We're going to go to the port. We have a much higher level that we can do. So we're gonna go here. We're going to put on Joy, Timon and Pumbaa. Alice was up here somewhere. Nope. I know Mickey is down a ways. Alice. And where's our boy Mickey here? Mickey. Where? And Judy Hopps. There we go. So we're just gonna try this out for a level. We might not make it. We might. This is an increased difficulty. If we can beat it with 4 supports, or 5 supports, sorry, this is gonna be awesome. These guys aren't built for dealing a whole pile of damage. I'd say Timon and Pumbaa and Alice are doing the most. Because Joy is all heals and shields and energy, and Mickey is nothing but heals and buffs. And, yeah. Keeps everybody's energy up. Is this actually going to do it? Just to showcase all my favorite characters in support class. Alright, we will continue. We're going to beat this level though. Bada bing, bada boom. Hey team. Boom. There we go. Get her done. Alright. Get her done. Boom. Well, this is a pretty even match. I went to the highest level that I can in the port. Awesome. There we go. Now I can rate it. Sweet. And on that note, that's about all the time we have for today, folks. Be sure to like, share, and subscribe so I can keep ripping this up Buffalo style. And don't forget that bell.
That's what they call me. Promise that you